Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Sophiespiration. Happy Wednesday. Just in case you don't know me or you don't know what this is about, I'm Sophie Signbide, and every Wednesday, just about, I record a video with a little bit of inspiration, a tip, a trick, some encouragement, something that is going to help you for your online business, because let's face it, it is not always easy. So today I want to talk about, well, the beginning of the year, reviewing last year and just getting ready, well, starting the year on a really positive note and being intentional about what this year is going to be about. So I'm shooting this, it's the very beginning of the year, 7th of January 2025. And I don't know about you, but I hope you've had a fantastic break. I certainly have had a fantastic break over Christmas and New Year. I spent some much needed time with my family. It really did me a lot of good, I have to say. And it gave me the chance to reflect upon 2024 and really think, what do I want for 2025? So, first thing I want to share in this live is, if you haven't done so already, have a quick look at 2024. Have a look at what you did in 2024. I would say for your business, for your personal life, but let's say I'm just going to focus on business for today, for the purpose of this video. But, have a look. What did you do? So I don't care whether you're a beginner or a seasoned marketer who's been doing this for 10 years, whatever, right? Take some time to look at what you did in 2024. What did you do? What worked? What didn't work? What worked and why? I should say, what didn't work and why? And what was somehow, somewhere in the middle? Make notes of that. You don't have to spend 2 hours, but just take a little bit of time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just jot down things. And just, if you want to be organized about it, you can have a sort of spreadsheet and you can do this. But just take time to look back and reflect on that. And once you've done that, it's quite easy really to look forward, right? Because you take what worked and then you think, okay, I'm going to ditch all the stuff that didn't work or that was a bit in the middle. I'm going to focus just on the things that worked. I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to take that to the next level in 2025. I highly encourage you to do this. And when you look at 2024 and what you did and what worked and what didn't work, be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just look at things and be honest with yourself and make a note. Because if you notice what didn't work, the mistakes that you make, it's not about beating yourself up. It's more about giving yourself the power to do things differently moving forward. When we're able to look at things honestly and say, okay, I did this and it didn't work and here's why and here are the mistakes that I made, then it means that you have the power to change that moving forward. And that's super, super valuable. So that's my first thing. I really, really want to encourage you to do that really quickly. I did that. I actually wrote a whole blog post about that. And then, as I say, you take the things that worked, that you enjoy doing, you identify why this worked, and then please make a note of this and put it on the agenda for 2025. Make a commitment to yourself, sort of, agree, make a pact with yourself that you are going to do that and more of that. Take that to the next level. And again, if you really at the beginning of your journey, look at the simple things. What brought you leads? What brought you subscribers? What brought you views on your content? What blog post got the most comments and engagement? You know, whatever. It can be little things, okay? But just really take the time to identify what worked best, and what did you do to create that success? And then you can take that and you can do more in 2025. I also really, really want to encourage you to look at what you want for your life. And really, it's something we should do every day, right? We should do that every week, every month, not just once at the end of the year or at the beginning of a new year. But for me, having a break, moving, stepping back for a bit and being away from my business for a bit and being with my family, it really made me realize that, you know, it suddenly made me aware of some things that I do that I don't enjoy doing. And of course, life is made up of some things that we don't enjoy doing, but we have to do them. But it made me realize that some things I just do out of habit and I don't need to do them, and I can just get rid of them, right? And I reconnected with a lot of my passions, and I thought, I want more of that in my life. And obviously, it's always easy to be enthusiastic when you've just had a break, right? We'll see how it works out in real life. But really, I think if we can identify what we really want our lives to look like, what we want to fill our lives with, then it's easier to actually do it, to actually fill our lives with these things. Because if we just sort of never take a step back and look at things and question things, then we're just in the middle of it, and we just carry on, right? And it's not so easy to fill our lives with things that we really with things. I don't mean physical things, but with what we really want. So I encourage you to do that. You know, just take a moment to think, what do I want more of in my life in 2025? And I don't mean to take wild, crazy New Year resolutions that you're not going to stick to. It is very difficult to just change your life around, right? Nobody sticks to these New Year's resolutions, because that's not because people are lazy. It's just because changes happen in tiny little bits at a time, right? It's not like you can't just decide one day, okay, I get rid of this and I do that. If we could do it, we would all do it. We can't. So I don't mean make wild resolutions. What I mean is, you know, just identify what you want more of, and just try to see in what small ways you can what small changes you can make that will bring more of this into your life. You know, one of the things, for instance, for me, was the acute realization that I need breaks sometimes. That as much as I love my work, I love working, I love what I do, I love helping people, I love creating content, I love working on my business, I truly do. And I love that it's growing, and that I'm doing better and better every year. And it's very exciting for me. It's very energizing. But as much as I love that, when I stopped and spent some time doing other things that I equally love doing, I was suddenly struck by the craving that I have for stopping sometimes, for just going in nature, being with my family, leaving my phone at home and not looking at my messages, at my emails or whatever, right? And I thought, I'm going to be intentional about putting that more in my life. Now, I've got to stay realistic, right? I've made a pact with myself that one day a month, I'm going to just switch off and go and do something I really love doing, whether that's going to walk in the mountains, whether it's going to, yeah, I don't know, it's binge on Netflix with my children with a cup of hot chocolate, whether it's going to meet a friend I haven't seen for a long time, whether it's taking a day off with my husband, whether it's traveling with one of my children. I don't know what it will be, but I thought one day a month, one day out of the month, I need to give myself this, just completely do something different, so that I just let this bit of me live as well, right? And, you know, it's realistic, right? One day a month I should manage. If I just suddenly said one day a week, I don't think at this stage of my family life and my business life, it's realistic. So I thought, okay, I'm going to pick up one realistic thing, and that's it. And I've got a few projects as well. Well, in fact, I've decided on one project, and I won't share what it is publicly because I've kept it to myself for the moment. But I have one project going on that I'm very that I need to do for me, and that I'm going to do a tiny little bit of every week throughout the year. And I will tell you more about that. But that's another thing that I've really been wanting to do for many, many, many years. And I decided this year I'm going to do that. I'm going to give myself this. So anyway, this was not to talk about me, but just to say, you know, is there one thing that you can pick, that you can make tiny little changes in your everyday life, in your weekly life, in your monthly life, that thing you can do more of, right? To fill your life with things that you enjoy doing as much as you can, as much as is realistic. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share today. Also, maybe the other thing I wanted to add is it's not enough to identify what we want. We've also got to make, to actually put this in a concrete plan, right? If I just say, oh, well, I want more time to do, to have, you know, I want to have the odd day off. That's all very well. That's great, right? That's a wish. But what I've got to do to make it happen is I've got to take my phone and put it in my Google Calendar. Because otherwise, I get to the end of the month, and before you know it, it's the end of March, and 2-3 months have passed, and I haven't done it because it hasn't been scheduled somewhere, right? I'm a great believer in planning. Really, this is not very sexy, but honestly, it helps me make my dreams come true so much faster than if I just have a vague goal, right? And, you know, I do this with a lot of things. If I want to buy something, I'll save up for it, right? And I know, you know, I think, okay, this is going to cost me that much. So how much do I have to save up every week to get to be able to afford this in 3 months or 5 months? If I want to make a nice meal, I'm going to, you know, plan what I've got to cook, when, what time, when do I have to start cooking, right? What ingredients do I have to buy? When do I have to start cooking? When do I set the table? When can we start? And if I just say, oh yeah, I want to make a cake sometime, then it just stays a vague plan. It stays a vague idea, I mean. So be intentional about what you want for your life and plan it. And it can be micro plans. You don't have to make hugely complicated plans, but make sure you pencil in things in a physical diary or in a virtual diary or in a notebook or somewhere, right? Because otherwise it just doesn't happen. And I think the same with your business, you know, really so much the same with your business. If your goal is to grow, you know, let's say you grew your list last year from from 0 to 50 people on your list, and your goal this year is to get to 500 people on your list, then break it down. How are you going to achieve that? You know, how many people do you have to give your lead magnet to get X amount of people join your list every week, right? Or every month? Or you know, how are you going to do this? You need a lead magnet. You need to put this lead magnet in different places. You see what I mean? Like, go into the concrete details of how is this going to happen. If you want your YouTube channel to grow, right? Or if you want, let's say you want to build a YouTube channel in 2025. And by the end of the year, you want to make money with YouTube, which is, by the way, completely possible, right? So then what are you going to have to do? And map out the steps, right? So you get to first have to create the channel and you then get to have to think of what, you know, what content is it going to be about. And then you get to have to start creating content, and then you get to have to publish, and you have to have a regular, realistic publishing schedule, and just map it out in small steps and then just do it. You know, when are you going to create that YouTube channel? Is it this week or is it next week? When are you going to publish your first video? Is it next week, or is it the first in you know, is it going to be in 1st of February or blah, blah, blah? Did you get the idea? So be concrete. Don't just leave your dreams and plans in the ether. I'm looking up because I kind of think, you know, often, and I do that all the time, right? I have all these ideas. I think, oh yeah, I could do this, I could do that. But if I want to make it happen, I need to actually plan it. I need to say, okay, if I want this YouTube channel to go from 3,500 subscribers to 5,000 subscribers this year, what do I need to do to get to that? I need to have I need to publish more videos, for one. Do you see what I mean? Maybe I need to go live once a week. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I need to publish more shorts, whatever. But if that was one of my goals for this year, I would need to break it down in small steps that I need to take. And there needs to be some kind of game plan. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. Otherwise, it just stays an idea and it's not very organized. So do that. Do that because you deserve it, okay? Fill your, you know, in summary, look at what worked last year and what didn't work last year. Ditch the stuff that didn't work, or tweak it so that it does work. Keep the stuff that did work. Then make a plan to do more of this year. Then, next step, look at what you want to fill your life with, and decide on one or two of these things, and make a concrete, you know, pencil it into your diary. There will be more of this this year for yourself. And do this both for your personal life and for your business life. Look at what you enjoy doing and what works well and what you want to do more of. And then pencil this in, make a concrete plan. And if you don't know, if you just have a vague idea of what you want to do, but you don't know what steps you need to take to make that grow, then come to us, right? If you're watching this video in one of Internet Profits communities, come to us in the coaching. We will help you. If you're watching this in my own Facebook group or on my YouTube channel, come to me. I will help you. Okay? You can join my membership. You can join one of my high ticket programs. Whatever stage you are at, you can join one of my communities and you can learn this stuff from me, and I will help you. Either way, don't stay alone with this, okay? If you're stuck, get some help. And do it. You owe it to yourself. Don't do this for me. You know, to me, it doesn't make any difference. It's for you. life goes fast. It just does, you know. I was on holiday with my kids and I realized that not so long ago they were all really little and needy. And I was this younger mum who was very overwhelmed and loved being with my kids, but there was a mess all the time and everybody was always interrupting me and I never had a minute to myself. And this year we went on holiday and I have 3 adult children who were there with us, which was amazing, and one nearly 13-year-old, and they were all super independent and we all had a great time together, but we also all, you know, I had a ton of free time. I read a ton. I could be by the pool, I could swim, I could go shopping, I could do all the things I want to do without having to worry about who's going to look after my kids. And that feels, it's happened like this, you know, like so fast, so fast. And I really know that if I'm not intentional about what I want for my life and how I make this happen, then life just goes by and it just goes by, and before you know it, it's too late. So you owe it to yourself, right, to do that. Be kind to yourself, gift yourself, you know, this ability to make your goals come true, to make your dreams come true. Just do it for yourself. So, with that being said, I'm going to stop talking. As I said, if you're watching this in my own community or on YouTube, let me know in the comments if you want to join one of my communities. DM me, however you want to do it. If you're on Facebook, if you need help, that's what I'm here for. If you're in the Internet Profits community, then you have all the help you need. You have access to me through the coaching, through not only me, but Glenn and Dean. And if you're in the Millionaires in the Making group, then you need to join the other communities. Come and join us. Come and join Internet Profits, and because we're a great team here, and we help you. We want you to succeed, and we will help you with your goals, your strategies, and you know, we will help you make all this happen. I mean, again, in my 2024 review, I noticed again that, you know, my numbers were, well, every year I make more money, and every year I have basically my business is more thriving than ever, and it just grows every single year, and this happens when you have the right kind of help. It just does. And when you take action, of course, based on what you're told to do or what you're advised to do, let's say. But so there you go. There's plenty of help here, and make the most of it. I will see you next week in the next Sophiespiration episode. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Bye for now.